the key point for me is the Mets did not do enough in this moment to protect Lopez from himself. And I think the reason that happened, and this is understandable, is that he was dead weight already. That the decision to cut him, DFA him, whether that had happened before or after what he said, it was clearly being discussed. It was on the table after what he did on the field, right? And so what that means is the Mets were less incentivized to send someone in there to protect him. If this had been, theoretically, Edwin Diaz, who the Mets have under contract for, a lot more years at a lot more money, who is a vital member of their future, I would think that this would have gone differently, right? I think that they would have been more encouraged to ensure that he did not say anything stupid or silly and that everything was conveyed clearly. I think that not having a translator did him a huge disservice. I'm sympathetic to a point to the Mets PR staff because you can't go up to a player who does not want a translator and force an interpreter on that player. Think about that look. That's a bad look, right? It's a very difficult situation that required tact, where in the middle of him jumbling through the response, someone should have been like, hey, Jorge, it seems like you're really struggling to kind of convey what you're feeling here. Let's bring in a translator just so we can get it right. That's the way the situation should have been handled. But in the moment, that's really difficult, right? And it's all just very unfortunate and very sad.
Yeah, I'm confused too by just how quickly it seemed like he became persona non grata in that room. I think that's like, sure, he threw the glove and it was a bad day, but I'm confused about how quickly he was sort of left out to dry because, seeing clips of teammates and stuff, there was no one sort of, it was nobody kind of has gone in and been like, yeah, he got screwed, for lack of a better term. Like, it's just been a weird situation. And you're right, like, you can't tell him use an interpreter, but what you can do is, like many, you can listen in and realize something's wrong and try to fix it. And I just feel like everyone kind of failed him. And it's my worst nightmare personally to like misquote someone who didn't know what they were saying, basically. And so, I just kind of feel for him, and I feel for everyone who like watched that happen and was not in a position to kind of like understand it fully.